Have you ever sat down and looked at a TF2 item thinking it was one of the new items? And then when you go and check when this item came out, you realize it's actually been about 5 or 6 years since the thing you've been looking at got added into the game. And you realize you might be just getting old. Is that just me? Like, I hope it's not just me. At my big old age of 21, I think I'm officially losing my mind. Anyway, if you're new around here and you want to watch my sanity decline over however long it's going to take, then make sure you click the subscribe button. I try and upload every day. I don't always get around to it, but I try my best. So if you want to subscribe, I'd really appreciate it if you did. It means a lot to me. Anyway, let's talk about like hats just being way older than we think they are. Okay, so this idea really kind of came about in my brain when I was thinking about the panic attack, because in my head, that is one of the newest weapons in the game. I always forget the Jungle Inferno stuff, but in my head, the panic attack is still like a fairly new gun. Or even if you were to take the Jungle Inferno weapons, for example, in my head, they're still new. Now, the panic attack was released in December of 2014. The panic attack is nearly 7 years old. And the Jungle Inferno stuff is also now over 3 years old, which kind of blows my mind a little bit, and I have no idea, one, where that time has gone, which makes me sound like an absolute boomer, and two, why I still think this stuff is like the new thing that got put into the game. I started university literally as Jungle Inferno came out, and 3 years later I graduated, and I still think that the Jungle Inferno stuff is the new thing. And now, I don't know if that's because I've become way less attached to all of the items in TF2 over recent years because I've quit trading, so I don't really keep track of the items that are new and all of that stuff like I used to do. Like, I used to know whenever items were new, I used to know pretty much everything about the new items as soon as they came out, alright? At least I tried to. So that's like one potential reason, and another reason might be that my brain is realizing there might be slightly more important things that I need to try and remember nowadays, and that TF2 items just aren't really my priority anymore. Which is kind of sad, and being a grown-up, in quotation marks, because we are talking about me here, it sucks. Don't do it. It's a trap. And another reason, it just might be the fact that there's not been a lot of new weapons in the game over the last 3 years since Jungle Inferno, and then a couple of years from then to the panic attack, there's not been a lot of new weapons in this game. So technically, yes, the Jungle Inferno items are still the newest weapons in the game, but they're old. Now, this also happens to me with cosmetics, because I don't know. And that to me is even weirder because we get like a good couple of cosmetic updates every year, and I still think that older cosmetics are way newer than they actually are. I remember thinking the Bruiser's bandana and the grey bands were only released a couple of years ago. They're not. The grey bands came out in the summer update of 2013, and the Bruiser's bandana came out in the Love and War update, which was 2014. Neither of these cosmetics are new anymore. They're some of like the older ones in the game now. Yet my stupid brain still thinks that they're like fairly new ones. Now, again, I don't know if that's because at the time they came out I was way younger and I cared about them way more, and they were just cooler than a lot of cosmetics that got put into the game recently. I have no idea. But still, they're very, very old cosmetics now. What is happening? I feel like videos I make like this one are just pieces of evidence that I'm slowly being driven crazy. Or maybe not, maybe I'm exaggerating just a little bit. But either way, sometimes this stuff is a little bit scary to think about, but also quite cool. I remember when the panic attack first came out, and I remember when Jungle Inferno was like the most hyped up thing in the whole community, because I was making so many videos at the time, I was live streaming every day, and it was actually going well, and like that whole time surrounding Jungle Inferno's release was amazing for me. And then the panic attack release, I didn't care that much at the time, I don't think. I think there's just like kind of a connection to the people I was watching at the time on YouTube, and the whole like idea of like the nostalgia around the YouTube channels and stuff like that I was watching at the time, the actual game itself as well, and just the time frame that these memories were in for me. So like Jungle Inferno was the thing I was doing to take my mind off uni because I wasn't having a great time. Things like that summer 2013 update, I was still watching people like Sheller making trading videos, and I was loving that kind of stuff. And also, you know, when Strife was still making all of his videos, and that was like my favorite thing to watch ever. I do still kind of want Strife to come back to YouTube though. I want to see that. And it's also just kind of like the time frame of my life I was in. In 2013, and in the summer, I was like 14 years old. I didn't really have anything to worry about back then. Like, I had a bit of homework to do, and then I can get on with making my YouTube videos. Like, okay, And if you think about those cosmetics back then as well, so the grey bands just coming into the game, they were way popular back then, and they're still ridiculously popular now, almost 8 years later. This kind of stuff is just crazy to me, and I don't think you'd really get that with like a whole load of other games, which is why I think TF2, in this sense, is very, very special. Or maybe I'm just weird. Maybe you will just think I'm an absolute weirdo, and you know, that's probably true. But I feel like at least one other person watching this video can relate to what I'm talking about right now and what I've been feeling while making this video right now. So hopefully if that one person does, you know, please let me know. This video might not have made a lot of sense, but do you know what? I've had fun making it, and I feel like sometimes I just need to make videos like this, not take it too seriously. I feel like a lot of the videos I do make end up being quite serious, but this one is just a little bit of fun. So I hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, please make sure you leave this video a like and also subscribe to my channel. Not all my videos are like this. But yeah, I appreciate you all watching if you got to this point, and if not, that's cool. You're not hearing this anyway. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching the video. I hope you all enjoyed it, and I'll see you all tomorrow with another one. Goodbye.